It's November 1st, you guys! NaNoWriMo! It's the most wonderful time of the year. We're the WordNerds, a vlogging group made up of 6 young adult authors. Kaylin Morgan, E. Latimer, Emma Gisclair, Erica Crouch, Kelly Sheridan, and Megan Jashinsky. Over on our channel, we talk about all things books and writing every single day of the week. When it comes to words, we are the nerdiest. If this is your first NaNoWriMo, welcome! November is a crazy, amazing month, and if you work hard and utilize all of the things that NaNoWriMo offers you, you could come out not just with a completed novel, but also with some great writing friends. And whether this is your first NaNoWriMo or your 10th, there are gonna be some firsts that you'll face no matter what. The first and most obvious first of NaNoWriMo is the first sentence. Ah, the first sentence. That elusive combination of hook and voice. Don't get me wrong, the first sentence is crazy important. But you know what the awesome thing about writing is? You get to revise. So if you don't have that perfect first sentence lined up already in your head, don't stress it. You can always go back and fix that first sentence in revisions and make it exactly what you envisioned. And besides, in the first draft, I usually find myself falling into the voice and figuring it out more as I move into the first paragraph.
Here's the thing. Most readers will give a book a couple of sentences before they decide if they want to keep reading or not. So not only do you have to hook them in with the first sentence, you have to hook them in with the entire paragraph. So how do you make sure readers keep reading? It doesn't have to be a fight scene or anything, but it should be something interesting. What's the catalyst that starts your book off? What plunges your hero into the story? Not every book has to start with fight scenes or murders, though. A lot of the time, if the first paragraph has a strong enough voice, it will be good enough to hook the readers in and keep them going. One thing I would suggest is not having your character wake up to an alarm clock in the first paragraph. Unless the alarm clock happens to be hooked up to a bomb, because that could be pretty interesting. I'd read that for sure.
Look, I know a lot of people when they sit down to write for Nano, write for word count. You get your 1,700 and change words, you're good to go. For me personally, I tend to write by chapter. Finish a chapter, move on. I can't stop writing halfway through a chapter, and the first chapter is the most exciting chapter of your book. The first chapter is where you set up your entire story. So ask yourself, what are the stakes? Get the readers involved early and they'll love you later on. If you hook a reader within the first chapter, chances are you've got them for the book. I mean, there is a reason that literary agents want to see your first chapter.
Right now, you're super enthusiastic, ready to take part in all things NaNoWriMo and to write all of the words. But sooner or later, that first roadblock in your manuscript is coming, and things are going to get a little bit more challenging. NaNoWriMo comes with its challenges, whether you don't know what happens next, your characters aren't cooperating, or you're just having trouble getting up that enthusiasm to sit down and write more words. There's going to be something that gives you second thoughts. My advice is to take a few minutes now, today, and write a letter to your future self reminding you why you love writing in NaNoWriMo and why you wanted to write this manuscript. Give yourself that extra push to get through the hard parts, and your future self will thank you for it. The bad news is that your first roadblock will probably be the easiest one to get through. Every time you reach a new hurdle in your manuscript, it is going to take that much more willpower to get through it and just keep on writing. But that's why the NaNoWriMo community is so great, so head on over to the forums and look for that little bit of extra encouragement.
The last of our Nano firsts is today. Today is the first day of the first week of NaNoWriMo. The habits and the patterns that you get into this week will set the tone for the rest of your month. Later this month, writing will get hard and life will try and get in your way. But today, on this first day, you are excited, you are enthusiastic, you are pumped and ready to write. So use that enthusiasm, feed off of it, write and write and write as much as you can this week. And that is our first video for NaNoWriMo. We will be here every Sunday on the official NaNoWriMo YouTube channel. We will also be on our own channel. We will be hosting a live write-in tonight at 7:30 Eastern Time, so be sure to join us for that and get lots of words down for your first day. I'm sure there's a link somewhere around my head or in the comments. I don't know where we're putting it. Click on it, wherever it is. And good luck on your first week, Rhymos!